Ho, 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 ho. Why am I always doing the intro?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd go for more like a what is it? Once upon a time, my sweet children, there was a man.
Once upon a time, there were 4 silly young boys, and we made a podcast.
And these graphics are terrible. We haven't talked about the name in a while.
I don't think we ever talked about the name, even after we named it. Like, I don't think we've ever mentioned the name of the podcast.
Usually we just go, hey, we're here with another podcast. But like the first podcast where I think it was like the third or second one you were in, like we made it known the name and it popped, it faded in right when we said it. And after that, haven't talked about the name.
Never mentioned it again.
Yep. And that was on the Halo video too. So it was like,
I mean, to be fair, terrible graphics are hardly worth mentioning.
Yeah. So therefore, that's why these podcasts don't get the same views they used to. Did you know that 40% of wait, is it 40? Yeah, 40% of the people that watch our stuff are not subscribed.
Do you know that 70% of statistics are made up on the spot?
This isn't on the spot that I found.
And 25% of the time it works all the time.
I think he just threw that out there. I feel like that was made up on the spot.
No, that's what is that? Anchorman?
2?
No, I don't know.
So as you can see, we're a little more festive because it's officially December. I decorated my room with lights and Santa's Santa. Andrew doesn't have to do anything. He just looks like Jesus.
Hi.
And then Kevin, we all know, is dressed up as a Christmas tree.
Anyone could be.
Yeah, no, I am 100% a Christmas tree right now.
I got my tree here this year.
I think Kevin's there with you.
This is Kevin.
You do need to put some
Standing behind
lights
you.
on that.
Yeah, I'll poke some holes in it and put some of these lights inside of it.
There you go.
Yeah, it's really cool though at night when streaming. These are really beautiful.
Run a string of lights up the pole and then just poke a few of them through the tree.
Don't give me ideas. Oh, speaking of which, we need to come up with like $100.
Okay.
We're gonna make postcards, Jason. That say all I want for Christmas is your subscription. And it's gonna be us in a game, probably maybe Destiny, because we can do our emotes and stuff. And we'll just be like take a picture and actually send them out as postcards for Christmas this year. I don't know why I said $100, but that's the plan. Like I'm just gonna put random addresses down and just send them out.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. It's not. No, because it's like advertising, like when you get like junk mail and stuff.
Yeah, but they can't put random addresses down. They have to have acquired the address from somewhere. That's just like spam callers are no longer allowed to use random number dialers.
Well, I mean, we could technically, I know Andrew won't go for the walk, but we could all go around and put postcards in mailboxes.
No, never put them in mailboxes.
On mailboxes, illegal. Sorry.
Huh? You calling me fat?
You can hang them on doorknobs. You can wrap them and toss them on porches, but you cannot put them on or around mailboxes.
Yeah.
It's a federal offense.
Either way, we're gonna send out a bunch of postcards that say that. We'll find a way to do it.
I learned that when my mother was doing not Mary Kay, the other one.
Tupperware.
No.
The jewelry? It's a jewelry thing, right?
The other Mary Kay, the not Mary Kay.
Ashley?
Mary Kay.
Every kiss begins with K.
Mary Kay and Ashley?
No.
Oh, I don't know, man. So
enough of you out there know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, most of those aren't watching this. So for those of you that are, bring them over and they'll explain it to you. And while they're here, you can go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, all that.
Yeah, bring that 40% of unsubscribed to more. Which I think it's because we mostly watch some of our videos every now and then. Like we'll pull it up, and I think that's why the subscribe number is a little higher than the not subscribed. Because it's like, really, with us just starting, it should be like more people subscribed. Not subscribed. More people, like the statistics would be more pointing towards the subscribe than not subscribe because it's people that are just like friends and family. But now, like, because we have the Rooster Teeth thing we did, because we have the Among Us video, which for some reason is taking off, and the Hyperscape video, which took off a little bit, like our view count isn't just like specific. It's like a lot of people have seen this stuff, which is cool. But which I was thinking about today. Jason, you know Corridor. I know we've talked about them in a previous podcast.
They're doing a really cool thing that I want to talk about when we get to that other segment later.
That's part of the reason I'm talking about this. So their website
I almost
thing.
spent money I don't have to spend on their subscription just to throw points at that thing.
It was already greenlit.
Because I know it's already greenlit, but
Yeah.
I want to send points at it for more to happen.
So they released a video today. They did it like they do something called visual effects artist reacts, animators react, stuntman or woman react. But this time they did one that was like, what do we do when we're not reacting? And it was just Ren sitting on the couch drinking coffee, talking about the new stuff on their website. And one of them is something that I'm really excited about. It's called functional filmmaking. And
Yeah,
it is
That's really cool.
all of them coming together, making a video. They brought back one guy that used to work for the company as one of the showrunners. He's coming back and doing filming and doing all this stuff, but it's explaining how to make, how to write storyboard and all that stuff.
Back just for like the kickoff of it, just for the promos and stuff like that.
Well, that, and also he is the showrunner for this. So like if they ever make another season of it, he's coming back to make it.
Okay.
So he's actually like he.
So they hired him on as talent.
Yeah. He actually is the talent. FF is what they call it, functional filmmaking. But yeah, they do like storyboarding. They tell you how to do promotions. They tell you how to do how to film, lighting, and all that stuff.
All of this makes me look fat in a very good way.
All right, Santa. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. But yeah, and it's exciting. Like, I realize that they're like the new Rooster Teeth to me. Like, they're like that feeling I had when I liked Rooster Teeth has come back with these guys, and they're really good. Like, I feel like they're more down to earth.
Is one of the Rooster Teeth guys the slow motion guy?
Yeah, Gavin.
Yeah, it just dawned. I happened to be watching a slow mo guys video, and I just realized like that. Wait a minute, that's that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, he did a couple things with Corridor slow mo. They did what was it? It was the Fallout.
He works
video that was like slow mo Fallout where they shot the gun at a head and did like the whole VAT system or PIP system.
He works a lot with Smarter Every Day too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of actually they both do. But no, Corridor, they're doing that, and I know this is what Jason wants to talk about. They're doing something called what's it called? It's like Not Your Everyday at D&D or something. But it's
no, I don't remember what it was called, but it's great.
It's so cool because what they did was they 3D scanned their board and actually like green screened the people as their characters into the board, and so like they're playing D&D. It's
motion tracked them and everything, so they're actually playing the game, and then they're editing themselves into the game. Like they're not just that. Like they scanned the board so that they could build the board as a 3D environment, so that they can actually walk and interact in 3D models and fight actual creatures. And so they're taking all their 3D filmmaking and their game that they're going to play, they're going to enact, and like as they play through, they're going to go back or possibly simultaneously film them doing the things that they did.
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
It looks like I'm not a huge D&D fan, but it's awesome looking.
It's the kind of thing I've been waiting for. Like I listened to what's that one Matthew Mercer does? The original
Critical
one,
Role?
Critical Role.
Oh, yes.
Like I've been trying to catch up on Critical Role, and I've listened to NADPod, not another D&D podcast. And every time I'm listening to these, and I want to see like animated series made out of these games where you just animate the whole thing, make a show, make a script, make a show out of everything that's actually happened, and occasionally anime style drop in the weird like reality warping stuff that happens because it's a tabletop game and they're flubbing and messing with the fourth wall. That's really what I wanted to see. I just want to see like an anime of D&D playthrough.
Well, maybe if we play it one day and we can talk about it, if we play it, I would love to play it and like figure out how we can record it, like maybe with tabletop simulator.
I just want to play it in Tabletop Simulator once. Just because I just want to see it played in Tabletop Simulator.
But I
I
think
think
if
you get mad at flip a table.
you flip that table in a D&D session, I'm gonna flip your table.
I don't even know that you can reset it. Like I think once you flip the table, it's all gone.
Yeah,
like
your table's
it's
being
all
flipped and your deck's gonna be rocked. So don't flip that table during D&D at least. That's
I'm
a
serious
lot.
about getting it.
That's a lot of. I want to get it. I've wanted it for a while. We can play like Monopoly
It's
and
only
stuff.
$10 right now, so I might consider just doing it.
But
I already have it.
no,
I know they have something we wouldn't play it, but they have like Cards Against Humanity.
They
We have like a bunch of other board games on there. I don't know exactly.
we can play Monopoly. We can play. I think we can play Uno on there.
Oh my!
I don't know if Uno's on there.
There's a lot of
But
stuff on
we
there.
can play a lot of. You can play almost any card game that takes a standard deck.
You know what?
You can play like backgammon and Mancala and
You know what?
yeah.
No, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. It would be. I think like for us too, especially because Kevin. I know Andrew's moving. Kevin lives up there. Like we can play the games that we would like to play in person, but just do it that way.
Yeah.
But now the D&D thing, going back to that, if we ever did do D&D, I think we could probably get like an animator and see if they could animate some of our scenarios. D&D is gonna be interesting though, because I know there's a lot of bad talk. Like people always think it's like demonic and stuff like that, and with us still kind of being a Christian channel.
I had a really big issue with that. With the group, I was talking about my Changeling Bard. Because we used to play upstairs in what was the
church, yeah.
the youth room of the church, one of the churches I was working for, and this really irritated me because church politics and everything. He had no leadership role in the church, but he happened to be one of the richest guys in the church and one of the biggest donators and one of the biggest financial supporters. And so when he took issue with the fact that we were playing the game up there, when he found out, all of a sudden it was a problem.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he started taking issues with everything else, like the fact that David and I would walk around barefoot.
Oh,
Like we'd show up in sandals, and then our sandals would end up left somewhere, and he started taking issue with all of these things. And ultimately that was one of the last straws in where I stopped working at that church. Because when you're letting the person that's bringing you money dictate rules, even though they have no leadership role whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like he was on the financial board. That was his power pole.
because
he
more
happened
political.
to be on the financial pole.
Yeah, at that
or on
point,
the
it's more
financial pole.
politics than it is the religion side of it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, even then, if the religion side of it is still messed up too. But I know you. Do you follow? There's a dude on TikTok. I think I sent you him. It's the guy that sells the dice online. That one website. He has the one missing tooth. He has that really cool game store that you pay like a monthly fee for.
I follow him. I haven't seen any of his stuff in a while, but I follow him.
TikTok algorithm got weird again. Like I've started seeing people I followed back in the day recently, but then like I look on their thing and they've been uploading every day, and I'm like, why am I seeing not them anymore? I like their content more than some of the people I follow now. But
like I don't know where I forget her handle. The girl we met at con with
she got her account deleted.
Oh.
Yeah, she told me on Instagram. Yeah, he's still around too. He does a lot.
I see his stuff from time to time. He's still doing the KFC samurai thing.
Yeah. It was cool meeting him though.
Yeah, that was funny. Because
he recognized you.
Because he recognized me even though I have 0 following. He recognized me because I was doing the Joker beard, the green hair and the red mustache twirled. And like I was walking towards him, and the thought in my brain, like I recognized the outfit, the thought in my brain is like, oh hey, somebody else did the KFC samurai thing. Like that was my thought in my brain, was somebody else did the thing, because I wouldn't happen to be walking past anybody that I've ever seen on the internet, because those people don't exist. And then like we passed each other. He stopped. He turned around. He goes, "Hey, do you have a TikTok?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like immediately, as soon as he asked me if I had a TikTok, my brain just went, "Okay, yeah, that tracks." No, that is the guy. Like there wasn't a moment of surprise. There was just like, "Oh yeah, no, that makes sense."
Yeah. No,
That
he
makes
was.
that makes so much more sense than
Then
the
he's like,
thoughts I
let's
had
do
a
some
minute ago.
collabs together. I'm like, all right. This dude had like 50. I think at the time he had like 35,000 followers. And now he's up like 500,000 or something like that. Like he's
Does he?
grown. Oh,
Wow.
he might actually be close to 1 mil. He got a big following in there. He does a lot more than just a samurai though. Like he does a lot of art. He does a lot of skits that are actually
Yeah.
kind of funny. Unlike us who barely post things and just watch.
But that is the epitome of my weird life, where I just walk past somebody that I know from a thing, thinking that must be somebody else that just happens to be similar, and then they recognize me from either me being barefoot or some weird thing I did with a costume or a beard, or it's just some really abstract thing that I just do because I think it's funny, and they happen to track onto that, and I'm completely oblivious until they go, "Hey, you stood out from a crowd once."
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to talk about meeting people at cons because every time I met someone, it was in the bathroom.
What?
Looking at you? No, you're over there.
Do we need to discuss
No.
which list you are on?
No. I thought you knew. I met Stanley in the bathroom once before he passed away.
God.
Yeah, that was awkward because I was like super excited to see an 80-year-old man in the bathroom. No, not saying that again. I met Eugene and Abraham from The Walking Dead in the bathroom. Sarah was there because Sarah was waiting for me to come out, and she goes, "Hey, well, the blood just walked in there," and I'm like, "Who?" She goes, "Can we wait?" And we waited, and they come back. You weren't at this con. This was the con that you were up in Georgia, I think, for camping, and they come back out, and they recognize Sarah still sitting out there, and they recognize me coming out of the bathroom, and they're like, "This is just weird, waiting for two grown men to come out of the bathroom," and we were just laughing. They walked up to me and her and gave us hugs real quick, just as a joke, and I'm like, "The hell just happened?" I'm like, "Dude, this is the best con." I met 2 people from Rooster Teeth in the bathroom. You know that
They recognize fan dedication, and you were polite about it. Like you didn't approach them in the bathroom. You went back outside and waited politely for them to finish what they were doing and come back out.
But when I met Rooster Teeth people, I was more excited about that for some reason. And like they came out of the bathroom, and one of them like I just was waiting for someone, and he came out to me and shook my hand while his hands were still wet. I was like, I'm never washing this. And then he came to the table later and bought a dog tag, one of the dog tags, and I was like, that's sick, dude. I'm like, I feel special. Also, soon there will be an Etsy link. I'm gonna sell these on Etsy, I think.
Still don't have one.
Yeah.
Your red one's sitting over here.
You never gave it to me.
I was supposed to give it to you on Sunday for the trade of the PlayStation, but I forgot to trade.
If you make enough of them, I'll pack plenty of stockings.
I'm not giving them out for free at this point. You know how long those things take to make? Well, I already gave enough out for free, but no, I want to make some for Etsy, I think. Just post them on there. But so the guy on TikTok, right? He's a Christian as well though. And he one day like sat there and was telling people, he's like, just because it's like I'm a Christian doesn't mean I like can't enjoy stuff. He goes, D&D is a game, it's not real. He goes, I understand that. Yeah. Like the whole people that argue about kids shooting schools up because they're gamers, like no, the kids were already messed up in the mind before that, and like movies have been doing it longer than games have been doing it. So
I blame boomers.
Okay, boomer.
You know who else blames boomers?
Everyone.
A lot of
Ellis
boomers
from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Anyone from Left 4 Dead.
I still want to play Left 4 Dead with the 4 of us one day.
It wouldn't go unredirected, but
why not?
It's a lot of cursing from the characters.
We post GTA videos all the time.
Yeah,
you just run in.
Those are like indirect random people that you just came across. These are like every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
they're part of the story.
Yeah, that's the big thing that we always say is like, as long as we're the ones that aren't doing it, then it's okay because we're setting the
I
example.
guess it is okay now because we literally put out Outlast. But
We put out Outlast, and I forgot to put the mature thing on it. Luckily, we haven't
I
gone
guess
to
it
the
wouldn't
penis
matter
ones
then.
yet.
Speaking of mistakes, the last GTA video that you posted, of the two of us just goofing off and running around, the links at the end are broken.
Oh yeah.
I it just happened to pop in. Welcome behind the scenes.
So you were
Moving
the
forward.
one. You were the one person that watched 26 minutes. I was trying to figure that out. So that guy that joined early, we had a guy that joined our Discord earlier, which also that
Hi, if you're watching.
links down below for that. He watched the Outlast video. That's how he found us, and he saw the link and just said, "I'll click it." He joins. He's such a cool dude. Like, he was hilarious.
We too are actual people, even though you're viewing us on the internet.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Kevin's not real because we can't see him.
Kevin's
I'm
a
just
dog.
a figment of your imagination.
Kevin?
He is. He's like our
Death.
Barney.
Queen's death.
All the
Wait.
time.
Only better.
Was Barney not real?
Well, he was a stuffed animal that they all
Well-
brought to life from the will of their imaginations.
Well, if he's not real, then Elmo isn't.
He was canonically a stuffed animal, though. Like, that was the beginning and end of every show, was him coming to life from the stuffed animal to the full size Barney, and then going back to the stuffed animal.
I don't remember this.
Dennis looks traumatized.
The only thing I remember turning from like something to something was like Zaboomafoo, which scared the crap out of me. That was my sleep paralysis demon at one point in my life. Zaboomafoo would crawl around my bed, and if I didn't have one leg out, I'd be killed.
I love how I took off the Santa coat and somehow look more like Santa than I did wearing the Santa
You
coat.
look like Tim Allen when he was turning back into Tim Allen in the third movie.
That's exclusively how I'm going to laugh for the rest of this podcast.
Probably gonna watch that movie this year. I used to love those movies. Those were Disney movies too.
They're all on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I gotta watch Anastasia.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Gotta be honest, never watched Anastasia.
It's not a Disney movie.
It's on there though. That's the reason I say I want to watch it. Disney bought the company that made it.
That seems incredibly insulting.
It does look really good though.
He just owns half
Like,
of it.
I want to
it's,
watch it.
It's Disney quality. Like, it is a Disney quality movie. And that's why everybody looks at it and they go, well, that was a Disney movie, right? And they're like, the Anastasia, she's never represented in the Disney princesses because she's not a Disney princess. That was not a Disney movie.
No, I never assumed it was a Disney movie. Like, that was one of the movies I knew like wasn't a Disney movie, but I knew like it recently was put on Disney Plus, which I still gotta watch. Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
But no, yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. We're recording our Minecraft thing tonight, which is cool. Still gotta wait to tell y'all what's actually happening. That Andrew's the only one that knows, and that's because I had to ask him a question while recording. It's
streaming. Not just one day one
I-
question. It's like 5 questions every day. So I eventually know what it is.
I kind of figured it out. I mean,
Yeah, you kind of figured it out,
at
but
Thanksgiving.
it wasn't.
Initially, I thought he was just going to have us building gingerbread houses, which would be cool. But
No, this is a little different. I actually I built a store, so if you can't find certain resources for what we're doing, you can trade stuff for stuff. Just be truthful. Santa knows where you're sleeping when you're awake.
Yeah, this is
It's
a lot
not as
like
creepy
what I
as it
did
sounds.
in high school.
Yeah, it's
My friends had a server the same way.
It's got a lot of work to it. Actually, I didn't realize it would take me 6 hours to build everything. For as little as it is that I had to do, but I'm excited for it. The Among Us video is taking a little bit longer because I had to figure. My brain died. I told Andrew when he was at church on Sunday, I was like, I realized Kevin has all the audio tracks on his recording, and then I'm like, so I decided to pre-render everything with everyone's individual audio tracks, and I realized that's Oh yeah, I pre-rendered it with
Wow.
everyone's individual audio tracks. So now the correct thing to do, I had to redo it again that night, was to do it with no audio tracks, just the game audio. Edit it with all the audio tracks there. Delete sections of audio. It's the easiest way to do it right now. Unless you come up with something better for me right now, please. I need help.
You have to edit in the apple spinning beach ball of death on your own forehead for that moment where you just and then went back to speaking.
Oh, today?
Just 20 seconds ago. Because that's what I saw. Because you're in the middle of speaking, you're talking about your brain went dead, you're rambling through these things, and then you just and I could just see the little rainbow spinning on your forehead.
It's like that video when Am I a Jerk one, the Destiny one, when you and I were running around the tower, and I was saying the best thing to do is perch yourself on those little hooks, and you just sit there for a second, just looking back and forth, and I had the little logo above your head spinning. I did not know how to do that back then. I'm realizing the editing that went behind that. Like, I had to figure out how to animate, and I didn't know how to animate yet. And now that I've done it for other people, I'm sure I could probably go back and remake that video a little better. And I can also edit out Andrew's breathing in the background. Yeah, you were playing CSGO, and you were just back there.
When was this?
It was the Destiny Am I a Jerk video on my channel.
I played CS:GO. What?
Yeah, you downloaded CSGO randomly and started playing it, and that's what you were just like all throughout the recording, and then I hear the mouse and keyboard clicking every now and then, and I'm like, we're playing on controllers, so it's not us. And like I'm like, is he dying? Is he okay? Is this game making him like that? And then you wonder why I said you don't want to go for walks. This is why you're not going for a walk, Andrew, okay?
So you are calling me fat then?
No, just pudgy.
No, just incredibly out of shape.
Mm-hmm. There's just me being fat and out of shape.
I'm really not out of shape.
Can you come out back and lift a 30-pound weight?
I'm shape than a lot of people in my age.
I'm not out of shape. Round is a perfectly delightful shape.
Yeah, I love the jokes that are like, you want to know how I know I'm skinny? Covered in skin.
Don't make me pull out the olive joke.
Huh?
Don't make me pull out the olive joke.
You want to leave? I'm looking straight down at you, bud.
It's my mouse is on disconnect. I so want to do it.
I'll leave this one to you. I tried to do a pun and didn't. I hate you so much, Andrew. Give me so much.
For a moment there, I thought it was the return of Launchpad McQuack.
Because now I gotta. Now I gotta edit the squares, and then yeah, you just gave work to myself. Luckily, I could probably just keep them where they were and just delete.
They'll be fine.
Just let them swap for a minute.
Well, I haven't talked the whole podcast. I need to do something funny.
You haven't. You talked.
You have the choice to speak.
Yeah, we're just.
Well, you guys were talking like D&D and everything. I don't know what that is.
I don't know anything about D&D. I was expecting Kevin to kick in.
D&D is dynamite.
Hey, what's the thing you're on right now, Kevin? That little D&D thing you're really interested in?
The Roll20.
Yeah, talk about it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's all I'm saying. Merry Christmas. You're welcome.
Considering I just spent $25 on a pack for it. I'm currently trying to figure out how to put maps on the thing.
What's the pack? What's the pack include?
Which pack did you get?
The Essentials. I have the physical pack for it as well.
Oh, it's those packs. So it's like the starter pack and everything. That's cool.
Yeah, the Essentials kit for Dragons of Icespire Peak, I believe. The Dragon of Icespire Peak. That adventure. 5th edition. I'm just trying to figure it out as well. What are you doing?
But Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some of Jason's here with me, but I want to show you some stuff real quick. So
Yeah.
this is my D&D little dice box I bought, right?
You still have all my clickety clackies.
I have 4 of them. They're in the
four
box.
of them. 4 sets.
So this
And I
is
want them back.
in the well, I know, but in the playthrough we were going with, I had a pet like dragon bird thing that I got from Christopher Walk-Ons. So I got a separate pair of dice for that one.
I have some money dice.
So I bought like these
it wasn't Christopher.
Focus. I bought like these like cool looking ones to go for the fairy thing. This is my prized possession. These were like
it was a
15.
fairy. It was a fairy dragon, by the way.
Okay, you remember. These are $15. Come in a case like this.
Ooh.
It's my metal dice.
Oh yeah.
Those are clunkety thunkies.
They are heavy. Like the whole set, it's awesome. And they're like my favorite set. I bought these to make Jason jealous. And I think it worked at one point.
It still works.
They're cool. Like when we played, it's You okay? What was that? Did you have a tick?
Clunkety thunkies.
Yeah. And then of course I have the essentials dice that Will left here. That's always been on my desk. I roll it every now and then when I'm bored. But yeah, no. I bought these dice because I was like, oh, we're gonna keep playing this and that.
You can hang on to those, and those are special because those are from the first kit I bought when I started to try and DM.
This is the only one I have. Just a D20. It was left. I don't have anything else in your box.
I guess the rest of them are probably in my cabinet.
Yeah, so I got like a little. I think it was when I upgraded this PC. I had a little bit of leftover money, and so I bought this whole thing. And I was like super excited. But no, the metal ones don't play on glass tables.
No.
Obviously.
I tried at their house, and then I was like, you know what, this is not the best idea. I'm like, I could probably cushion it, but I'm not gonna do this.
Luckily, that glass was like a half an inch thick.
Well, also I realized take everything out of this box, and it's a good dice rolling box. I mean, it's not like great, but it rolls. And then guess I heard a duck across the house, and by that I mean Manny. My senior moved out, so Manny has become a little bit louder, but not like obnoxious like he used to be. He's like kind of like me. But yeah, you got a lot of dice, Jason. Like this dude will go out and just keep buying dice. You also you bought the minifigs too and painted a couple of them. They're really cool.
Yeah.
That one.
I'm really proud. I'm really proud of that beholder. That one came out really well.
You put glow in the dark on the electric things on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I painted the I-beams different colors with glow in the dark paint and really light layers, slow at a time, so that it was still translucent but glow in the dark. Came out really, really well. That is still the background on my phone.
I found all the maps for this campaign. So.
I think we'll play it at some point. I know Andrew's not a huge fan. I'm really not a huge fan either, but I think it'd be kind of cool to play.
That is still the background on my phone.
Are you crying, Andrew?
I just feel like we could be really wacky.
What?
Just say, Kevin?
I just feel like we would have some wacky adventures, you know?
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome.
I would
just
love...
us four. I might get into it.
We get it on Tabletop Simulator.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of just bought.
Bought what? Tabletop?
Yeah.
Now we all have to get okay. We can play it on tabletop, and we'll make like a clean run. Maybe I might even DM this one just so I can have a little more control of what's happening. But we'll do a real clean run, and we'll record it. But we all have to have VR headsets by that point because we all have to play that in VR.
Mine's over there.
Mine's sitting over there. Can't see that.
Wait, where? Where, Kevin?
It's there.
Where's
right
there?
Right there.
The opposite way my dog is pointing. There.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I see something. I'm not certain.
It's there.
Not gonna lie, you walked into Kevin's like room for a second, and like I thought you came back out with his cat.
Hey, Kevin, I got you. Hold on.
No, not my cat. My mom has my cat right now.
your cat.
Oh my! I was like, what
He
happened to the
has a
cat?
name. He
Yes,
has a
don't say it.
name.
Don't say it. I
I
cannot
don't
say
know
it.
the name.
Shut up. I
Dude, okay,
Y'all
okay,
need to
okay,
catch up.
okay. Hold
I
on,
finished
hold
the
on,
Office
hold
season,
on,
so
hold
I'm
on,
finally on Mandalorian.
hold on.
I work almost 60 hours a week, and I am caught
You
up
don't-
on those.
You don't play a
Y'all
lot of the games I do. You don't do a lot of the things that I do.
Here's the thing.
I don't watch
Prioritize.
everything that I do.
Here's the
I
thing.
prioritize.
We're not gonna spoil it, but I had to say that episode was one of the best episodes I've watched
That's
of the
what
whole
everyone's
season.
saying.
Dude, the Ahsoka, when Ahsoka was doing what was she doing with the other lady, so like artistic and stylized. It was beautiful. Like it felt like I was watching the last season of Clone Wars again. With how they did mocap and stuff like that. She was a good Ahsoka live action too.
I love the way they're slowly building, like video game style, building his arsenal.
Yes.
Like it's fantastic.
But people are saying, so the guy that was in the Jedi Fallen Order.
I feel like they're kind of rushing through it though. I feel like they're really taking a quicker pace than they need to.
Well, it's because I think what it is the first season really had no structure. It was just that they were going around and he stole the kid. Now they have an actual goal to run towards. Now it seems like it's probably being rushed because the goal is still in mind.
So that might even kind of change now with the
All right, Ratatouille, what the hell?
darn rat.
Scabbers. It's even got a missing toe.
I know, that's why I called him a darn rat.
Yeah.
No more perfect an animal for Wormtail to turn into. Traitorous rat.
I still gotta watch Crimes of Grindelwald.
Did you just throw it behind you?
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
He deserves no better.
But no, like this whole season has been really good. But now this last episode, like even Rosario Dawson playing as Ahsoka, she was really good as Ahsoka for live action. And they are talking about doing a spin-off show of that now, of just Ahsoka. Ahsoka, I didn't realize like how big this character Dave Filoni became. Like I know George Lucas did kind of help make her, but like nah, she took off to become one of the biggest Star Wars characters, even bigger than Rey. Like
She has a more avid following than any of the characters in the new saga.
Yeah.
Or the new trilogy, rather.
I think it's because she has character development, especially with Anakin being her master and stuff.
Jason, did you watch this holiday special? The Lego holiday?
No. I haven't watched any of the Lego stuff other than the stuff from the actual Lego games.
You should watch the new Star Wars holiday special. It's actually pretty decent. It's kind of canon with the main story, so it takes place after 9. But it's pretty much based around Rey training Finn to be a Jedi, and she goes through time to like see how other Jedis and their Padawans trained.
So they did Obi-Wan. They did Obi-Wan and Anakin coming up the elevator in what's his name's trying to find the Emperor Palpatine with Dooku. They were in the elevator, and you just see him jump up to see Rey and go, "Hello there." The version from the Clone Wars show that voice actor came back.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one point where there's 3 Obi-Wans saying hello there.
Hello there.
Is it like the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing hands at each other?
Yeah, they're just in a circle, just
Hello
saying
there.
hello there.
Hello there.
This whole movie was just one big meme, right? That's what the point of it was.
They also have.
I don't watch the Lego ones. Yes, they're hilarious, they're cutesy, but it's just memeology.
They made a Lego Baby Yoda scene. They made a Mandalorian scene in it. And it had Lego Baby Yoda. It's great.
I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I can say
his eyes, like his body was like this. His eyes were like that. He's huge.
I can say this now because he was never Baby Yoda. He was the child, but now he is especially not Baby Yoda. He has a name.
He also
Baby Yoda
you don't know it is
the
your
episode.
fault.
They also
the episode.
They also did kind of come out and finally tell people the name of the race, like officially, like so people don't have to go, that's just a Yoda. No, it's that. His name is close to Gengar from Pokemon though. That's all I remember. I just wanted to say that. I know probably pissed you guys off, but it's close to Gengar.
Are we done with the podcast now?
Also, it's pronounced Gengar, and no, it's not.
I know. It's when I was doing my stream that day for Destiny, I was like, "Yep, they called him Gengar," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Gengar." You know the Pokemon. What kind of Pokemon is Gengar? He's a ghost type, isn't he?
Ghost and Dark.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I think Ghost has been replaced though, and like doesn't actually exist as a type anymore. I'm
Which
not
one
certain.
is the one that's being
What, in
remade soon?
Pokemon? Pokemon ghost types exist.
Yeah. So
It
I
got
don't
hard
know.
to track what did and didn't exist. I mean, for goodness sakes, Charizard isn't a dragon, and that makes no sense.
His Mega Evolution is though. So they do have a form of Charizard that is dragon.
So what's the new Pokemon game, or the one that's is it Diamond and Silver, Sapphire?
They were talking about remaking Diamond and Pearl,
That's been talked about for a while. I don't know if it's
but
true.
there's a lot of rumors coming out that next year could be one of Pokemon's biggest year. Because obviously they have Pokemon Snap is being remade, so that's gonna be on next year. If this is true, Diamond and Pearl were pretty big ones. I don't play Pokemon, so I don't know, but I know those were big.
I want to see a rebuild of Sapphire and Emerald and Ruby.
Yeah, I thought you said Ruby like the anime. I was like, what? Why would they put two Pokemon games inside a Rooster Teeth anime?
They wouldn't, but your brain would because it's obsessed. Chief.
Chief?
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth.
Tishmish?
Christmas.
All
So-
I want for Christmas is a Master Chief.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out this time. What is it? Just me, or like are they like? I know they've been advertising the Master Chief they've been advertising on like Monster cans, Dorito cans, the new Halo, but it's not coming out this year.
No,
So my whole thought process on that is
those were already planned partnerships.
well, that's what I'm saying.
They
Is
kind of had to do it.
they probably made them like when the game was supposed to launch, when it was supposed to launch, and then like Monster's like, well, we've made these.
Yeah, if they make them and don't sell them, it's just a waste of money. So
Well, also if they put a
Like
date
Dave.
on them too, they got to release it. So I'm like, Mandy's like, oh, is that out yet? Because we went to Walla yesterday. I'm like, no, like it's not coming out to 2021. I said, I think what it is the people that made the advertising made them because the game wasn't delayed yet, and then once the game got delayed, they're like, well, crap, that's a lot of
We've already
advertising
got
money.
all these cans that we've just made, and
Yeah,
all these bags that we've printed. We kind of have to use them.
might as well just
We
drink
can't
all this Monster
reprint
ourselves.
yeah. I had a Monster yesterday. It wasn't great. I like
Do you
Red
know how
Bull.
much sugar the original Monster has in it?
0?
A single can has 200% the daily recommended dose of sugar.
That's why I drink Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull.
Understand?
I drink the not the sugar-free original flavors, but the sugar-free like the orange cans.
Yeah,
I've only found a coconut one of that. I can't
Okay.
find any others.
the green
No,
ones are good.
not of the Red Bull, of the
Oh,
Monster.
Oh yeah, they have a lemon tea flavor that's like a orangish looking can, like black with like a yellow and orange look on the front, dude. So they make Monster Energy what is that, protein shakes. I used to buy them back when I was into working out a lot in high school. It's not bad. Eat a Cliff Bar with it, pretty good. But yeah. So
Hashtag not sponsored.
I wish, dude. If we were sponsored by Red Bull or Monster or anything, I'd probably be passed out dead.
You know, most of the people that sponsor them don't drink their product nearly as often as you see them drinking their product, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna drink their product as often as I see myself drinking the product.
They literally have marked water cans that look almost identical, except for a single part where it's printed the word water, and they cover that up with their hand or turn it at a different angle.
No,
Which
Just
isn't
G Fuel to sponsor
it,
me.
it isn't
G
really
Fuel.
lying in advertisement. It's just in order for them to properly advertise it, they couldn't drink nearly as much of the stuff as they're seen drinking. Like it would not be healthy, no matter what it was that they were advertising.
That's why you do that. I mean, you can advertise an entire campaign with one can if you do it correctly. If you film your takes a certain way, if you make it where you
I'm
put
not talking about the filming ones. I'm talking about like when they're at events
oh yeah.
or when they're doing like especially the Red Bull guys that are doing these big sports events or stunt events or whatever, and they're there drinking Red Bull. A lot of the or musicians especially because drinking that kind of a thing before or after a show is really really harsh on the vocal cords.
Hmm.
So they'll have the water cans and they'll drink it out of the sponsored water can as advertisement without actually damaging their vocal cords.
Yeah. Yeah, they can give me the real stuff. I'm not too worried about it.
I can't sing anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So I probably just drink it all day, play all night, get it popping, because we're close to Miami. Trick.
No.
I'm so proud of myself. Made an LMFAO joke.
Shouldn't be.
No.
Somebody needs to work a little harder on getting themselves off the naughty list.
I've been listening to a lot of Party Rock Anthem lately again.
Stop
Party
it.
rock.
I wonder
them
whose
out.
fault that is.
My own Spotify's.
It's definitely not me and Kevin.
Nah, not with Fuser.
Oh, I gotta show you guys something after this. I thought about today. You just reminded me because you guys were the ones talking about Fuser. I know why I like to watch so much when you guys play Fuser. There's a YouTuber out there named Daniel Kim. He used to do something called Pop Danthology because his name is Dan. And he does like a remix of the entire year's best songs, and he does it like the way
I
you do.
remember that.
Yeah, he does it the way Fuser does it, but he's been doing it since like 2015. And like some of the songs you guys do are in this thing, and like it's fantastic. I'll show you guys after stream. There's also another song I wanted to show Andrew, by Ninja Sex Party. It's the Game Grumps guy.
Yes.
He came out with a song yesterday or a couple days ago called My Parents' House.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and it's honestly the best song I probably have heard him done in a long time. Like, it's about him bringing a girl home to his parents' house, and at the end of the song, he's breaking character because his dad came downstairs to make a sandwich, and he's like, I had the basement this evening, Dad. And he's like, to my parents' house. You always do this. And he's back in the scene with everyone else singing. Like, it's all animated, too, and it's really well done animation. And, like, I know, I felt like it would be Andrew if he ever got a girlfriend. And there's a specific reason. There's one point in the video where he pulls out pizza rolls. He goes, my mom even buys me pizza rolls. And I'm like, is that Andrew?
You send me away with my mom my whole life?
Huh?
The
Send me
meatloaf!
with my mom?
And Dad.
I'm moving out of here.
Tony will be
So-
there.
I'm moving out.
Tony the Tiger.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's what we're buying Tony for Christmas.
A tiger?
A Tony the Tiger onesie.
Andrew, you gotta take a picture of him so we can post it on redirected to
He will not
Instagram.
wear it.
Oh,
He
I'll
will not
force him
wear
to
it.
wear it. We'll knock
He
him
will
out.
not wear it.
We'll pull a Bill Cosby on him and roofie him and put it on him.
not wear it.
Whoa, okay.
We're just putting clothes on him.
The Game Grumps thing was already too far. You're letting yourself get loose, dude.
Footloose.
You saw how long I hesitated to say their name, right? I didn't want to say it because I was like,
Name.
I'm like,
It wasn't just the name. Quoting somebody's name, somebody's handle, that's not really your fault. If you're gonna reference them, that's what their handle is, it's what you have to use. But talking about the content that it was, knowing that it was the content that it was.
well, if you're a child watching it, you might not pick up on it, but being grown men like us, we pick up on that stuff. Also, did you really color your beard? It's been bugging me this entire time. Like, did you color it? How long does that last?
What do you think this was?
I just thought the lighting
Well,
was weird for some.
From
at one
like
point.
right here, it just looks like you have a gray beard with like the light shining on it.
Looks like your microphone just managed to like duplicate itself. Andrew,
Yeah,
your
if you shine
eyes
a
are
light
green.
on it. What?
Your eyes are green.
Good, they changed again.
Fabulous. Anyways, I think this is a good place to end. We've gone a little all over the place. Plus we got
a little
Minecraft.
bit here, a little bit there.
Which I'm excited for the Minecraft. Been excited for this for literally a week and a half, so like I can't wait any longer.
He's so excited.
Yeah, thank you for coming to our D&D podcast. Where we play D&D every single time we do the podcast.
This is another D&D podcast. No, it's not. It's
That's
not.
the name of it.
No, it's not. This is almost another D&D podcast.
No, it's gonna be this is almost a D&D podcast.
Hey, y'all wanna plug things like people do at the end of podcasts? I mean, we don't have anything to plug, but we can like refer things like things we enjoy. Like, hey, go check this out. I had fun with it. You might have fun with it.
Hey, go check out Redirected. We had fun filming.
No, see, that's an actual plug.
Self promotion.
I mean, you could plug your TikTok. I'd plug my TikTok, but I haven't done anything on it in forever.
I don't have a TikTok.
I mean, we could just do
Not
this.
you.
Oh,
If you don't have one, I'm clearly not talking to you.
look out for the end of this week or next week for our November 2020 funny moments, our best moments of that month.
What just happened to your eyeballs?
I had a glitch. I'm sorry.
You just like winked it back and forth between the eyes in rapid succession.
I had my eye twitch.
It's like watching a Cyborg reboot.
No, we could do like a plug thing like maybe once a month because I feel like if we did it every week, it'd just get like.
Well, no, but we
already
haven't done it before, so it's just like what have you enjoyed recently that you want to turn other people on to?
Isn't that the whole podcast?
Well, the whole podcast is mostly just us
Because I say
back and forth thing.
we sit here we talk about or this one at least Corridor. We talked about them the whole time. D&D. On Slow Mo Guys, Critical Role, all those different names of those things you called earlier. Mandalorian, we talk about every week. We enjoy that, and we definitely want people to watch it. So, like, Mandalorian has become the weekly. It's like a segment on this show now. Hello and welcome to
week in the Mandalorian.
He has a name. He's also not 50. He was there when Anakin killed the younglings. Did you see that picture I sent you? I don't know if I sent you the picture, Jason. There's literally a picture of, it looks like Baby Yoda with a bunch of the younglings at one point. I mean, yeah. I'm like, ooh.
Don't spoil anything for Andrew.
Or Kevin.
Or Kevin, I guess. I don't know where Kevin's at.
What?
Started.
I have been started, yeah.
He's not even on season 1.
No, I have to get watching that.
For shame.
I don't have Disney Plus.
Well, then ask
It's
Andrew.
like $8 a month. Do I even have another spot on mine?
You can get rid of Ivan. He can use my account. Kevin can watch from mine. I'm kidding.
The whole point of him being on there is so I can use the Netflix too. That's the whole reason he's on there.
Okay. There was one point when we talked to Ivan about this where I was sitting there going, I've had this Netflix account since like 2013. It's my Netflix account. I'm like, but who's paying for it? I was like, because like I know Ivan at one point asked to take over. I said, then I paid here and there, and then like out of nowhere, I'm not watching anything, so it's just coming out of somewhere, and I'm like, I guess maybe it's still coming out of my card. And then I looked at my card and there's nothing there, so I finally was like, Ivan. And then you guys made a deal to the devil or to each other that if you paid for Disney Plus, he'd continue to let you use that one or the Netflix. Senior's just on it now.
So you got nothing. I mean, it can be a repeat of the things that we've talked about, but just like a structured reference at the end of the podcast to kind of sign off. You got nothing you refer people to.
Recommend like the thing you talked about for D&D.
These are so cool.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey.
But it's what, Roll20?
Yeah, Roll20. This is the best. Oh my. Oh.
And
Hey.
it's free to use for the primary functions and all of that. And then there's
Dude.
all kind of packages you can buy with different tokens and figurines and sound effects and the whole 9 yards.
Like,
It takes getting used to, learning how to run it. It's like learning a whole new program. It's like learning
that's what I'm doing.
Photoshop. Like,
This is amazing. Like, I love this so much.
you are very welcome.
I'm looking at you guys, the fans. You want to enjoy stuff? You want to enjoy stuff?
Other D&D stuff? Other D&D stuff? Not kid friendly. I think what's the Matthew Mercer one again?
Critical Role.
Critical Role. Critical Role's fairly kid friendly or young adult.
Young adult. I wouldn't say
Late teen friendly. NADPOD not so. They get a little out there, but it is a good listen. It's a good story. It gets fun. Not another D&D podcast. NADPOD. I'm re-listening to their first campaign while listening to the new campaign as it comes out.
Fans, you're at this point. You want to know some stuff that we enjoy that you will enjoy? 1 second. Monster, Red Bull, Pokemon Snap, Diamond Pearl Pokemon,
Sorry.
Gengar, Lego Holiday Special,
###. Not
Ahsoka
sponsored.
Tano,
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Jedi Fallen Order, Mando
Hashtag
Yoda
not
has a name,
sponsored.
Roll20,
Hashtag not sponsored.
Disney
Hashtag
Plus,
not sponsored.
Stan
Hashtag
Lee,
not sponsored. Hashtag
KFC
not
Samurai, TikTok
Hashtag not
algorithm,
sponsored.
Christians in
Hashtag not
D&D,
sponsored.
not another
Hashtag
D&D
not sponsored.
podcast,
Hashtag not sponsored.
Critical
Andrew,
Role,
what is going on?
Hashtag not sponsored.
I don't
Matthew
know.
Mercer,
Andrew.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Corridor D&D,
Hashtag not sponsored.
Gavin Free,
Asterisk. Hashtag not sponsored.
Slow Mo Guys,
Hashtag asterisk not sponsored.
Smarter Every Day,
Asterisk not sponsored. Hashtag.
Corridor,
Hashtag not sponsored.
Rooster Teeth,
Hashtag NS. Hashtag not sponsored.
NF the rapper.
Hashtag not sponsored.
All I want for Christmas is your subscription. Okay, I'm stopping it now.
Sponsored.
Oh, and to all, a good night.